Hi everyone, I'm Chris Dexter, and this is the very first episode of Dexter's Reef Lab. I'm here in the fish room, and I just wanted to give you a quick tour and show you what we're working with and what we're going to be seeing on some future episodes. Um, right now, I'm in the process of setting up a Waterbox 6025 Peninsula. I'll do a separate video just to do a complete tank tour after I've got it completely set up. But rough specs on the tank are it is 5 feet long, about 26 inches wide, and 24 inches tall. Total system volume is about 140 gallons. It's like 139.2 or 3 or something like that. It's a peninsula, so it's got the overflow on the backside against the wall, and came with a really nice white stand. So my previous systems were all more like off-the-shelf systems. The stand, I always built all the stands myself. I'll cycle some pictures through here of some of the old stuff so you can see. Um, Money was always a factor, so I wanted to save as much as I could, as I'm sure a lot of us, we budget reef as much as we can. So I built all the stands, and if you've ever, I don't know how to say this, at least for me, when I build stuff, I'm really good at doing the hard tasks. So the framing, the design, the building. But when it comes to the finish work, I kind of struggle with. So everything was always in a process of construction in some way or form. And I was really, how do you say it? I was just anxious to get things wet, right? I wanted to get the fish. I wanted to get the coral. I wanted to get the cycle done. So I was constantly just jumping ahead in things and trying to get to that wet point before finishing things I should have done. So that caused a lot of anxiety for me, meaning um, I don't know if I'm married and I have children. So when we're setting things up, we kind of pitch an idea to our significant other, right? Like, hey, this is going to be great. It's going to be an art piece in our living room, or it's going to be a place of zen where we can, get rid of the stress of our everyday lives. And sometimes it works out that way. Sometimes it doesn't. For me, it really didn't. And I got in a little over my head. Experienced some tank crashes, some pest infestations, as I'm sure most of you have experienced those things. Um, and my family grew. I have 4 kids now. When I first started, I had a BioCube, the little 14-gallon BioCubes, um, and I didn't have any kids yet. So I was like, yeah, the sky's the limit. Let's just dive into this and have a great time. And it was fun. Um, but as a lot of you probably realize, the stresses of work and life kind of take over, and sometimes the tanks can suffer because we just don't have the time to devote to them. And that's what happened to me. We quickly outgrew our old house. We were looking at doing a renovation, and as some of you probably know, you really can't renovate your house and have your tank up and have things not die. Drywall dust. So I do home remodeling as my full time job, and that drywall dust and wood dust in general will just get everywhere. No matter what you do, it gets into everything. So um, we were looking to do a remodel on the house, add some more rooms to accommodate our growing family, and then COVID hit. We had the proverbial coming to Jesus meeting with our contractor, and the cost of materials skyrocketed, well past a place we were comfortable. So I had already taken down all the tanks. I had sold the livestock or given it away. I kept the equipment that I wanted to keep, but everything had already been taken down. So I was like, my wife and I were like, oh, great. What do we do now? Lo and behold, we moved to this house. I'm in my basement right now. This house had a great room, which the previous owner used as a craft room, but it's got this great picture window. that goes out into the other room. I'll take y'all out there in a minute so you can see what I'm talking about and how it looks. But it came out, it's as soon as we got in here, I was like, yeah, boy! Fish room. Fish room. It could be a fish room. So, but we had to do renovations on this house too, and I couldn't set this bad boy up until we were done with the renovations. And I wanted to not make the same mistakes I made in the past of rushing into this and trying to have a healthy, thriving reef in the midst of other goals that were taking precedence in our lives. So renovations are complete. The basement's a wreck. Like I said, I have 4 kids, so there's toys everywhere. If you've ever stepped on a Lego or a Matchbox car in the middle of the night, you know what I'm talking about. So let me give you a quick look around the fish room so you can see, where I'm at and how future videos are going, or where the future videos are going to take place. Oh, if you haven't noticed, this is my first shot at YouTube as well. So I will do my best to, shoot great content, get the camera work and the lighting right, but I'm just winging this. So I hope you guys have a little patience with me as I grow. Hi, everyone. Okay, here we go. Out in the main room of my basement now. This is the stairwell, and I will cut in over this some footage of the movers bringing the tank in. It was moved down a few days ago, and I had to remove this entire banister setup for them to get down. And if you have ever moved anything large, like a safe or big tank, you know how heavy and taxing can be on your body. And most of these moving companies there's like one like older guy, and I mean older, like probably like early 30s, late 20s. That's like the head of the crew, and then a bunch of either high school kids, young, late teens, early 20s that are moving this stuff, and they sacrifice a piece of their body every time they do a job. So tip them. If they do a good job, tip them. They deserve it.
Watch that corner.
This might take me a second to get down every step, but
If it's resting on me, you're good.
Yeah,
Just keep it balanced. So I can keep my balance. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm gonna start spinning.
Okay.
You get on this side. You good? No, don't.
Just leaning.
You're leaning.
Okay.
If you want to sit down, sit down.
Yeah. I'll take over. Let me get over there. Yeah, take her quick. Where's it going?
On top of that,
The black thing?
the white thing on the other there, in that little room.
Oh.
That's where you're gonna need the handle.
You need me to get it, DJ?
Huh?
You got it, or you can break it?
So what DJ said he good. He be straight.
No, I won't ask him twice.
That man, he like picking up couches by himself, linebacker couches at that. He'd get mad, throw it right over his head, walking into the truck. He'd be like, bruh.
Yeah, I can't remember.
So here, look, Pat,
No, yeah.
take your fingers on the sides there,
Yeah.
lift up, and then pull, stand up.
I was trying that first when I wasn't doing it. I got
Watch it, watch it.
that sucked ass.
So you ready?
His dream team, man. You gotta be ready.
So when we get over here, we're gonna push back. Both of us push back, and that'll help raise it up. And then somebody to grab on one side or the other, until, so we get it up on there, that's all. So I keep this side balanced. 1, 2, 3. This corner here.
Watch that wall, DJ.
So I put my elbows out.
Yeah. With those steak?
What's that?
With those nice steak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
My brother, a big steak.
Anyway, I'm going to turn you around now so you get kind of like a point of view look of everything. So again, sorry, the basement's a wreck for my kids, but so they came down, brought it around this way in here to the fish room. So now I also share this space with my wife and her craft stuff, and it's also the YouTube studio. So there's stuff everywhere as I'm getting ready to get this baby wet. But here's the tank. Again, it's a Waterbox 6025. Love the fact that there was a room down here that I could use as, what I would say as a fish room. But the only thing I don't like about this room is there is a loud buzzing fluorescent light that I need to get rid of, and it puts waves into the video, but one thing at a time. All right, so I had a lot of anxiety of setting up a new tank, and one of the reasons why is all of the equipment. So the sump's not in here yet, it's still upstairs, but I have boatloads of equipment I need to go through to see what's going to work and what's not. So I still have lights and pumps and power heads. I still need to purchase a return pump, and I need to figure out the flow for these power heads. So my last tank was a 120 corner overflow. That was my biggest tank. So I've got some MP40s, some MP10s, I think second generation MaxSpec gyres in here somewhere. But I'm trying to figure out flow for this Peninsula. So we've got the overflow at the end here. So I think with the return, I'll just do like surface agitation with that, and then try and figure out where to put in these two channels here, like this area, and then this area, power heads of some sort, or yeah, I don't know. We'll figure that out. But I would like to avoid having anything right here if I can. Now it's still inside the fish room, so not a big deal. But yeah, it'd be nice to have this panel just completely free of any sort of equipment. But this water box is probably the coolest tank that I've ever seen. I guess the only thing cooler in my opinion would be like a Reef Savvy tank, but that was way out of my affordability range. But this little emblem they have in here is sweet. If any of you know, that went out of focus. If any of you know how they get this in there, I would love to know how, because if you look in here, it looks like, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's like floating in the middle of the glass. Like it's not etched on this side and it's not etched on that side. It's like in the middle. So while they're making this glass, like I have a high level idea of how they make glass, like I've seen it, but how do they get this inside there? I mean, it's literally, if you look inside, you probably can't see because of the glare, but you can kind of see it right there. It's kind of blurred right there. It's like in the middle of the panel. It's wild. Anyway, but yeah, I've got so much stuff to go through and figure out what I want. The lighting I used on the old system, I had a mix. So I had three separate tanks in this system. I'll run a picture through here so you can see what I'm talking about. But I had a SPS dominant system that was running this metal halide. It was the double-ended metal halide with some blue LED strips for coloration and moonlights. And then there was an anemone tank that had a aqualumination. Oh, what was it? Shoot, I'm screwing this up already. It was a Hydra. Yeah, that's right. An AI Hydra. Actually, there's a newer one there. An AI Hydra, and then my main tank had 2 Radeon G3s over it, G3 Pros. So it's going to be interesting to figure out what lighting I'll do over this. The fact that it's 5 feet kind of puts, kind of, 2 is probably not enough. 3 is probably the best for any sort of lighting if I'm going to go with like LED. I have, over the 120, when I first started, I had some T5 lights over it, but that's obviously, this is a foot longer than that, so that's not going to work. Now, I can hang from the ceiling, which would allow me to get rid of this ugly light, which I'm definitely going to do here at some point. But yeah, lots to go over, lots to do, lots to look at. So this is the anxiety part of it, going through my mess of equipment that I don't want to go through. So, but I want to get things right, the first time. So stay tuned for more as we figure this guy out. So thanks for watching. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll do my best to put out great videos. Thank you.